What is going on, investors? What an incredible start to the month we are having. Most of our core holdings are absolutely crushing it, with Tattooed Chef up 5.75%, and we are currently breaking out of this key level of resistance. I mean, everything is absolutely crushing it. Palantir hasn't really done much today. But Celsius, we have broken all-time highs, and we are just plowing higher. Hims as well, we broke $8. Airbnb is trying to break out of this current resistance level. Open Door, which we started buying last week in my Discord, we're now breaking out of that key level of resistance. Alibaba's up 4%. Ethereum, my largest position, I'm about 89% Ethereum, also broke out of that $3,300 resistance and is now tested $3,700. And zooming in, you can see we've had that nice pullback off that first test. It will be incredible to see us break through it and continue to all-time highs. GoPro's also up. SFTW, which will be merging with Black Sky, also had some incredible news today regarding Palantir. Palantir announced today that they're going to be investing in Osprey Technology, which will be merging with Black Sky. And as you can see, I mean, this stock has pretty much flatlined for months, but we had some incredible news today. Now, on days like this, especially with Tattooed Chef up almost 6% as we are recording, the most common question I get is, when am I selling? Okay, when am I selling? Now, before I answer that question, I want to bring up three important quotes from three of my investing heroes. And it's right here. Okay, so we have investing quotes from Peter Lynch, we have Charlie Munger, and we have Thomas W. Phelps. Now, Peter Lynch says, selling your winners and holding your losers is like cutting the flowers and watering the weeds. Okay, selling your winners and holding your losers is like cutting the flowers and watering the weeds. Charlie Munger says the big money is not in the buying and the selling, but in the waiting. Okay, the big money is not in the buying and the selling, it's in the waiting. And Thomas W. Phelps put it very simply: buy, write, and hold. Now, I'm going to be open and transparent and share something with you guys that I have learned last year. Last year was one of my best years in the stock market. Okay, I was recently with my accountant and we're taking stock of all of the earnings from last year, and it was my best year. However, if I just held on to these principles right here, I would be in an even more wealthier position than I am right now. So this was a video that I recorded on the 5th of June 2020, okay? And I think it was like the stocks I'm buying now. And here we have Square, okay? So I was buying Square last year at $87.72, okay? And ultimately, I ended up selling Square at about $160. So I was up pretty much near 100% on my investment in Square, and I sold. I was thinking, great, I'd pretty much doubled my money, and now is a great time to cash out in case the stock pulls back or the market pulls back or whatever. So I sold at around 160. However, if you look at Square today, it's at $269. Okay, Square is currently now trading at $269. Remember, I bought it at 87, I sold at around 160, and it's now at $269. I have numerous examples for you in this video. In that same video where I was buying Square, I also mentioned that I'll be buying Adobe. Okay, so Adobe at that time, again on the 5th of June 2020, Adobe was $385.80. So I was buying Adobe there. I felt like the value was great. And I ended up selling Adobe at just over $500. Okay, so again, I did incredibly well on my investment in Adobe. Once it hit over $500, I took my profits and I thought, great, I'm really happy with this. But if we look at Adobe today, it's now $667.14. Insane. So again, I bought at 385, I sold at 500. It's now currently at $666. Okay. Again, another example, Disney. All right. I was buying Disney on Trading 212 in this video here at $111. If you look at Disney today, it's now $183. Again, this is not years in advance. This is literally 1 year ago. All right, so we got 1st of July 2020. So I was buying heavy as we were recovering from the C-Roni crash in March 2020. I'm looking back now on the majority of the stocks I bought at that time, and I sold for fantastic profits. Well, I felt were fantastic profits at the time, but if I had just held on, right? If I just held on like I hold on to losing positions, right? So when my position is in the red and I'm holding on for a lot longer, but I've got a winner and I'm up quite significantly and I'm selling or I'm trimming or cutting my position, I'm missing out on even greater, sweeter gains. Okay. Last example was Facebook. Okay. So I was buying Facebook around $210. So this was around June last year when there was a massive walkout against Facebook, right? I think it was to do with the whole BLM movement or something like that. But there was a mass walkout. And as you can see from this chart, there was a massive sell-off. So I felt Facebook was at a great value at the time, and I bought in at $210 and I sold my position at $310 of Facebook, again making incredible gains on my investment. But if we fast forward to today, Facebook is now at $383. So I sold at $310. It's now up even more. So the point that I'm trying to get across in this video is this, with Tattooed Chef being up, with Celsius pretty much at all-time highs, Hims, Airbnb, all of these investments that we've got right now that's performing for us, why should I now sell my winners? It makes absolutely no sense to sell my winners and hold on to my losers, because think about it. Tattooed Chef, I've been in Tattooed Chef for over a year. I've been dollar cost averaging down, and now I'm in the green quite significantly. People are like, oh, it's time to sell. I'm selling my winners, but I've held on to my losers much longer. So if I was to sell Tattooed Chef today, I've held on to it longer as a loser than it is being a winner. So I'm now in the green quite significantly, and selling it would be literally like cutting my flowers and watering the weeds. So when am I going to be selling these positions, even though they're going up like crazy? And one thing I learned from last year is to literally sell when the fundamentals or the financials change. Okay, there was absolutely nothing wrong with Square. I mean, Square's revenue kept on improving, earnings kept on improving, so there was really no reason for me to sell Square, but I did because I was up pretty much almost 100%. Like, let me take my profits and run, and I've missed out on even more upside in Square. The same thing with Adobe. Revenue was growing, balance sheet was being strengthened. I had no business cutting my flowers in that situation, but I did because I was up quite significantly. The same thing with Disney, a fantastic turnaround at the time. Facebook, brilliant buy. With improving financials and fundamentals, I had no business selling, but I sold and took my profits. So when am I selling Tattooed Chef? When the fundamentals or the financials of the business change for the worse. When am I selling PLTR? The same thing. Same thing with Celsius, same thing with Hims, Airbnb, and all of my new core holdings. I will only sell when the fundamentals of the business changes for the worse. So that's when I am selling. Okay, so I hope you gained a lot of value in this video today. I hope you appreciated me being transparent with you guys, and hopefully you've been able to learn from my mistakes. The good thing about YouTube is that we could always go back and refer back to our videos and see how we did over time, but ultimately nothing's changed, man. Thomas W. Phelps said it best, buy right and hold. And I think within our core positions in Tattooed Chef, Celsius Holdings, PLTR, Hims, I think these are great businesses that we've bought right. We bought when the market was pulling back, and now is the time to hold. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.